I just want to say, as someone who actually likes Tokyo Revengers, I know the internet pretty much fell off of it after season 1. They weren't really a big fan of season 2, but I quite enjoyed it, and I think season 1 was truly great. But I'm gonna say it, and I don't think it's gonna be a hot take just given how much people don't really talk about Tokyo Revengers anymore. But as someone who doesn't consider himself a Tokyo Revengers hater, I quite enjoy the show. In one episode, Windbreaker is already better than the entirety of what I've seen of Tokyo Revengers. You can call it recency bias, you can call it this or that. I like the MC more. There's no time travel gimmick, and I like the time travel gimmick, but there's no gimmicks to hook you in like, oh, character died or this or that. No, character's just raw as fuck. That's that. Here's the thing though. There's two stories called Windbreaker. There's a manga and there's a manhwa, and they're two separate stories. This doesn't adapt the manhwa. I know there's going to be a lot of people thinking that their favorite manhwa got an anime. Maybe someday it will. This is based off of a manga that started in 2021. But don't let that distract you. This was incredible, and I already want to call it Fight of the Season. This is episode 1, and this delinquent school, an MC who isn't a crybaby hero. He's a tsundere. If he gets praise, he blushes up a storm. But I love him. Haruka is amazing. He's an absolute boss. And the fact that he has so much trauma in his life from always being an outcast and pushed away, that he thinks the only way he can fit in, or most importantly, feel like he has worth, is to be stronger than people. And then you have this situation with a story where there's this delinquent school that he's going to, right? He's going the next day or whatever, and he's thinking that he's going to rise up the ranks and be the strongest of the strong. This whole city has different gangs doing stuff, and then this school decided to lock it down, saying anyone who goes past this sign, if you cause harm to the people, we're going to brutally beat your shit in. And the fact that the general people look at this delinquent school as heroes because over the past 2 years, they've gone from having to worry if they're going to get robbed or beaten to being protected by a group of quote-unquote thugs. The animation is fucking wild. At one point, this man, a kid comes in, he grabs him by the leg, twirls him into a thing, and I'm like, it's not even just like they punch real fast. The choreography, martial arts people had to be involved. There's no way you cook this hard without. He'll grab someone, and it's not like they just punch once, like he'll punch a couple of times. It's just, it sounds small, but the animation doesn't just cook to look good. It actually makes sense. Like when characters are kicking people's asses, sure, if you want to make an argument, could a character jump that high? Could a character actually bend a metal baseball bat? Probably not, but bitch, this is anime. I'm okay if some things don't make sense or we have to suspend our sense of disbelief. This isn't real Earth. I don't know what type of roids they're taking at this school, but bless them for doing them and probably snorting a line of coke, because otherwise how the hell are they going through this? But the things that I want to make sense is that the battle choreography makes total sense, and that's what it does. This could be my anime of the season. Up to this point, Train to the End of the World and Windbreaker are the shows that fascinate me the most. Please don't mess this up, Cloverworks. This is incredible. Full live reaction if you want to see me just... I rewound a few times during these fights because I needed to see it. I needed the replay like I was watching a football match or something. So over there, if you're interested, I love anime, man. I thought this was going to be cool. I didn't watch a preview, I don't think. And if I did, I watched a preview for this a while back. I just remember reading the synopsis and I was like, oh, kind of sounds like Tokyo Revengers. And as someone who likes Tokyo Revengers, I was like, that's cool. And I like time travel stuff. I like deaths for characters, all that type of stuff. But just the rawness. You start off with a girl getting jumped by some thugs. This man just beats the living shit out of who he thinks is weak. Like, how can you pretend to be strong when you're this weak? Doesn't even think you'd get thanks. So shooketh by that. And I like how they actually explore his soft side while keeping up that hardened persona. So he ends up getting some food as thanks and all that, and there's this old man who ends up leaving, and he forgot the birthday present for granddaughter or whoever it was, and he says, hey old man, you know, here you go, and he's super thankful about it. And this man has been so traumatized because his natural hair color is split, his eye color, hell, even his eyelash and eyebrows, white, different. It's just, he looks like he's a delinquent from society's point of view. Why don't you dye this? Why don't you do this or that? And it's just like, that's how he is, right? Like, he was born away and was immediately ostracized for it. And the fact that he just has always felt like such an outcast, like he was destined to fail, it makes total sense. And I think by giving him a quirk or a characteristic that you don't normally see for these types of characters. Usually it's overly emotional in the way of like not feeling strong because they have a long way to go, which works. I don't mind that at all. Or they're just so strict, tough that they show no emotions. They made this kid a tsundere. And honestly, it was funny from minute one, and I quite enjoyed it. But I actually like seeing him because near the end of the episode, so when everyone's like thanking, you know, hip hip hooray, the squad comes in. I guess this show's Mikey comes in, bends a freaking baseball bat because why the hell not? He ends up getting cut on his ankle at one point, and this elderly woman comes in like, hey son, I'm gonna help you out, and he's freaking out like, because he's not used to the most natural form of kindness. That's how broken his life is. And the fact that the girl we ended up saving at the start had to be the one to say, hey, you know, like at first, you know, the way you lived your life, you know, I didn't really look at it, but it's clear like you didn't turn out this way on purpose, but now you have support, right? It's gonna take him a bit, might even take him all season. But that slow character arc of him being able to accept that there's a team, it's not just about surpassing everyone. No, it's a team effort. And the fact that this school isn't just some school delinquents, it's actually a school that's keeping order for a group of people who would normally be terrorized. Surprisingly interesting story hook, and so far, very fun character interactions. But yeah, man, the animation popped off. If they can keep this level of consistency, which I think you can only go down from here if I'm being honest. There's no way you keep this level of consistency. But if they do, is any show really going to be able to top the fights? Like, be honest. If we got a full season with this level of choreography, animation, directing, is there any show that could actually surpass? I don't think so. The way they seamlessly blended 2D, 3D camera work, the way I don't know if these kids are superhuman or not. I don't care. It was so freaking cool. Probably my favorite opening of the season. Ending's awesome as well. This just makes me happy. If this one crashes and burns, it loses its momentum, I don't like the characters or maybe the actions falls flat, at least I just got to experience one of my favorite first episodes in a while. It had good characterization, good intro hooks to the world, the ideas of what they're doing, the action was fun, the production was top tier, this was good. This was very, very, very good. Honestly, Windbreaker, I expected good and I came out with absolutely amazeballs, amazing, give me next episode. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this week's episode down below. Are you going to check out episode 2? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring the bell. And like I mentioned, we have a full live reaction over on my Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Gummy, XEXE, Feeclock, Kyle Tolbert, and Tajwer Ishin Hawk. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.